Hello, everybody. My name is Lindsay, and I also go by Neko Maneko. We have Logan, the husband, with us as always. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos. Kind of. It's still Pokemon TCG related, but this is going to be my first ever Guess That Grade Pokemon video. So basically, actually, this will be my first time submitting cards to get graded, and I wanted to kind of go over them with you quickly in this part of the video. And me and Logan will kind of look at them and we'll give our predictions. You guys can give your predictions. Obviously, I'll make it to this whole video. We'll have the guessing part and then I'll do the reveal too. It's my first time getting cards graded, so I may be not the best at guessing the grades, but obviously as the time I'll grade more cards and I'll keep this series going. I'll probably maybe get a little better at it. Oh, that's a good question Logan's asking. So you might be wondering where I'm sending them to. It took me a long time to decide this. I was so torn up. I did decide to send them into CGC. Part of the reason is wait times. PSA is absolutely insane right now. I know PSA is kind of like the go-to for grading Pokemon cards. Part of the reason I also did CGC is for the fact that I personally like the way CGC looks. I think their slabs are really pretty. The wait times aren't as long. So that's why I decided to go with CGC. I also really like Beckett also. So I'll probably send some cards to Beckett eventually, but so far this submission is all CGC. So yeah, I have this very cool Gengar Ex from Fire Red Leaf Green series. I actually just got this card. I actually just purchased it. I really like Gengar, and this honestly, these EX cards from the Fire Red Leaf Greens were just really pretty. I loved it when they just had this cool pattern within it all over. I'll carefully take this card out. Overall, as far as centering goes, I mean, it's pretty darn good. It's really hard to tell.
Pretty damn close.
It may be like the tiniest bit off, but I couldn't see how that, I mean, from the naked eye, it's really hard to tell. It's really darn close. There is maybe a little, I don't know if you pick up on the camera, but there is a little bit of wear on, like maybe mini scratches on here. Very minimal though. The back is pretty nice. There is, once again, there's a little, probably the biggest, most noticeable one right there in the camera. There might be a little mark over there too, which the camera picks up a lot more than the naked eye can. A little bit right there. So like I said, it's just the corners. The corners are gonna dock it a little bit, but overall the centering is really nice, and just the card in general is really nice. So maybe I would give it, I don't know if it has potential, maybe for a 9, 8.5, I would say.
I don't know. I'm hopeful on this one. I think it's going to be a 9.
Logan's hopeful for a 9. I would say 8.5 to 9 would be my guess. And the next is a Seviper from EX Sandstorm. Once again, like I said, they were still doing the E reading on these just a little bit, but they weren't as noticeable. But once again, the centering on this is pretty nice. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit, it looks a little bit weird there just because that's how they edge the cards. But overall, from me just looking at it, it does look maybe a little bit off. The top here. It looks a little bit heavier than the sides do. But once again, it's not super noticeable. Obviously, the bottom is just because it has e-read, but they obviously put that into factor there. As far as the back goes, I would say the back centering is pretty nice. It may be slightly heavier on the bottom than it is on the top. As far as corners, honestly, the corners on this look really good. I can't see any edge wear on the corners. Let me take it out of here. Give it a little closer. There's no print lines that I can see, and there's really not any scratches I can see, but Logan seems to be better. Ooh, that looks really pretty. I want to see if you see any little, that one I would give a strong, I would honestly give that a 9.5. I would say a 9.5.
Yeah, I would definitely say probably 9.5 at least.
Yeah, I would say 9. I think what's gonna maybe dock it a little bit is the centering. I think the centering is a little bit off. Like I can notice it being slightly off.
Saying left to right or whatever.
Yeah, and then just the top looks a little bit heavier, and then on the back you can see the bottom looks a little bit heavier. So there's that one. I think this is a very pretty card though. I'm excited to see what it gets. Another card is the Tyranitar EX card. What's cool about this though is it's the Pop Series #1. So this is actually, I'm not even sure what card this originally, or what set this comes from. But this is the Pop Series version, which makes it a little bit more desirable because, like, you know, if someone was trying to collect the Pop Series as a whole, it's, you know, it's harder to find them because it was just harder to pull these cards. Right off the bat, it is, the centering is off. It is bottom heavy to top. Otherwise, as far as that goes, it's not too bad. Let me pop it out of this little sleeve that it's in. The back centering is also a little off. And then this card, it has, unfortunate, a bit of edge wear right there, as you can kind of see. And it also has a little bit of edge wear on the bottom there. Overall though, as far as like scratches and stuff, there definitely is a little bit scratching on this card too. So I think this is gonna be one of the cards that is gonna get a little bit hit harder just because of the surface on it isn't that great. And the centering isn't that great. So my guess would be probably more like a 7. I'm gonna grade that one a little bit hard. I would say it probably would get more closer to a 7. Then we have a base set Venusaur. I kind of remember actually pulling this card. This was probably about, I don't know, 8 or so years ago. Logan and I were buying a bunch of Pokemon cards, and you could buy base set. I don't know, it was stinking cheap. Like, I don't even remember. I don't even think it was double digits when I bought it. I don't remember. It might have been like barely double digits, maybe like $10, $12 for a pack. But I remember buying some and I pulled this. So that was cool. Obviously the seller didn't weigh the packs. Thank you, seller. This card is, as soon as I got it, I sleeved it and put it in a binder. So it's packed fresh. Obviously it's been years since I pulled it, but I literally pulled it and put it in the sleeve when I got it. So overall, its condition, I remember, is pretty good. The centering immediately though, once I said, it is bottom heavy. It's not dramatic though, like,
not nearly,
yeah, it's really not that bad. It is slightly off. You can tell the left side is a little bit more than the right side. As far as the holofoil goes, I don't notice any print lines. Nope, no print lines. The back, there may be just a little whitening, which doesn't even really show on here. Maybe a tiny bit of whitening right there. Maybe a little bit right there too. Like, the camera is making it look like there's more than there is. There's really not. But overall, this card is really clean. I have a very 9.5. I would say very strongly that it could get a 9.5 is my guess. 9.5, which I would be ecstatic if this got a 9.5. So next we have a first edition Dragonite from Fossil holographic. It's the holo. Let me get this bad boy out of this sleeve very carefully. So there they are. As usual, the centering is never perfect. This time it's a little bit top heavy, but once again, it's not dramatic. I can notice it, but it's nothing crazy. The holofoil on here, I don't see any print lines. I don't really see much, I don't really see scratches either. The one thing that I'm noticing that might dock it a little bit is I think I see a little bit of holo bleed on the side, which the camera doesn't really pick up. If it is, it's very minute. Yeah, there definitely is a tiny bit of holo bleed. Which obviously will dock it a little bit. It's actually, I'm noticing it a little bit all around the card. As far as the back though, the back centering is a little off. There is a little bit of whitening down there. And there's a little mark on this edge too. You can see it there. But honestly, for how old this card is, and like when I was younger and like mistreated cards, this one is pretty good. I'd give this a strong 8.5 maybe. I don't know. I don't know. This is my first time grading at 8.5 potential. Well, again, the front or the wear though could dock it 8 to 8.5. That's what I'm gonna guess. And like I said, I could be completely off. Did you see what your guess was gonna be?
8.5.
8.5. Okay, Logan's 8.5 for this. He thinks
maybe the print line doesn't exist.
I don't know. He thinks he sees a print line. I physically cannot, so I don't know.
Definitely can't see it in the camera.
So I don't know. I don't see one. Our next card is a Raichu first edition. This is non-holo though. You can maybe see a little sneak peek down there. Yeah, so Raichu first edition fossil card. This is the non-holo variant of this card. The century on this is probably, from my vision, one of the best that I've seen, I think. I mean, it maybe the tiniest heavier on the right side there. As far as wear, since it's non-holo, it has... Huh? You think it's heavy left?
No, you said...
Oh, yeah, left. Excuse me. Obviously, edge wear, you get a lot more better chance because there's no like hollow and stuff to scratch. Obviously, non-holos can still get scratched. And then the back is really good. There is a little, you can see it right there, a little nick, unfortunately, right there, which is pretty common on cards. There may be a little bit in this top corner too. You can see it there. Some of these I may try to see if I can get them out a little bit, but otherwise this condition is really good. I would give this a strong 9.5 in my opinion. Yeah, but I mean, that shouldn't, I wouldn't imagine that would dock it. Well, I guess into those wears, I said 9, I would say 9 then. I maybe, because I don't know if those little markings will be too much for it or not. Like I said, I'm first time grading. I don't know how lenient, not lenient they are. I've heard CGC is a little bit hard on their grading. And then we have the holo version of the Raichu, which is first edition as well. This is the last card that I am going to be getting graded for these submissions. Okay. So this one, centering is pretty good once again, actually, on this card. I will say there is unfortunately some holo bleed down on this side. I don't think the camera will really pick it up, but there's a little bit of holo bleed on that side. As far as the back is pretty nice. Its centering is maybe a little bit top heavy, but nothing crazy. As normal, there's usually a tiny bit of edge wear like on some of the corners here, but once again, they're just like super minute, like kind of even like pack fresh, you would get stuff like that a lot of the times. I think what's gonna dock it the most is the holo bleed that's unfortunately on this side. Otherwise, I don't think I can't tell if I can see a print line. I'll pass it on to Logan to see if he can see anything. Logan doesn't think so, so yeah, what do you, I guess I didn't say my grade, but I want Logan to say this one first. I think that holo foil bleed on the side and then a little bit on the bottom is gonna dock it. Obviously it's gonna dock it. So it's not a 10, unfortunately.
With this one, I'm not real sure. I want to say, I don't know, I want to say a 9 for some reason.
9. See, I was kind of gonna lean towards a 9. I would say 8.5. 8.5 is gonna be my guess to be kind of on the safe side. I would be happy with whatever grade I get. Obviously, if I get like a random 1 or something, I'll be like, what the heck? That's not gonna happen. But yeah, so that's gonna be my guess, the grade. You guys feel free to guess them down in the comments below. Obviously, I'm gonna make this into one video, so I'm gonna wait until I get the submissions back. You guys won't know there was any wait time at all. And the cards are back, at least most of them. There's still 3 being graded just because I had them at a slower service than these 7 here. But it's been a hot second. It's been a hot second. I can't remember even what I said these cards grades are gonna be. Obviously, I'll find out when I edit the video. It's been like 2 seconds for you, and it's been, I don't know, a month and a half or something for me. Long story short, too, when these got shipped back to me, it was a little like anxiety ridden because out of all my packages, this one package like got super delayed. And granted, it just happened to be shipped during the time when we had like a super weird cold spell over here in the US, so I'm pretty sure that's what slowed it down. But oh my gosh, it gave me so much anxiety, but they arrived, so that's all that matters. And now it's just down to the big reveal. I have absolutely no idea what order these are in because I did not look at them. So I'm just gonna go one at a time. Whatever it is what it is, and we'll see what the actual official grade is. Ooh, I'm feeling nervous. Do you want to grab the first one, or should I grab the first one? Okay, I don't know what this
They're
is.
like really in there.
I don't know what this is. There's the card. CGC. It's the Venusaur, and it got a mint 9, centering 8.5, huh? to take a closer look at this. I mean, it's a little bottom heavy. But guys, do you think that's an 8.9 centering? 8.5, I mean? Yeah, sorry. Does that look like an 8? Because everything else, 9. It got 9 on the surface, 9 on the corners, and edges, 9.5, which that's good. Granted, even if that was bumped up to like a 9, it wouldn't change. Yeah, it would still be a 9. But I don't agree with that. That don't look like an 8.5 centering to me. But either way, I'm not gonna complain.
You sound like you're complaining.
I'll take the mint 9 overall. And well, it bothers me that there's that 8.5 on there, but you know what? Beautiful base set Venusaur. It's a gorgeous card either way, and I'm happy with the mint 9. So, wow. Also, here's the back too if you guys want to look at the back. As far as centering, I'm curious though. Let me know in the comments below if you think that deserved an actual 8.5 in the centering. I don't know. I feel like that was a little harsh. Like looking at it, I can tell it's off. Like it's not perfect centering by any means, but I think it deserved a 9. At least we could have got 9.5. But 9, mint 9 for base set Venusaur that I pulled like 8 or so years ago. That's pretty good. So I'm thrilled with that actually. Okay, Logan, you can pull the next one.
They're not all gonna stand.
No, they're not. I guess we could put them back in there. Here's our little receipt. Okay, what is this one? I'm nervous. 8.5 on the Gengar Ex. I'm pretty sure that's, I think that's what my guess was an 8.5.
Centering is 9.5.
Centering's 9.5. Dang, it got good centering. Surface was an 8, corners 8.5, and edges 8.5, which I probably don't disagree with because I bought this card at a card shop and it's in good condition, but I knew it wasn't in perfect condition. So honestly, I'm really happy with the 8.5 for this Gengar card. Either way, it's a gorgeous card. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's what my prediction was for that. I don't remember what you predicted. I want to say we were both 8.5 on that one.
Near mint plus.
Okay.
This is near mint plus.
Yeah. No, 8.5 is. I'm happy with that. I'm fully. And this is just my own personal card that I'm keeping in my collection. That's why I mainly went CGCs because I personally like the way CGC looks over PSA. Granted, if you are interested in this Venusaur card, hit me up because I am considering selling this. So hit me up. Let's see the next one. I'm nervous. 8.5 for the Survivor. Oh man, though, no! No, that was so close to a 9. Centering 9, surface 8, corners 9, edges 9. I'm gonna take a quick pick look at this. I'm wondering, there is maybe like, I don't know if that, you see there's like a little smudge right there. You can see that. I can see a little mark right there on it. I mean, I don't know. Probably maybe if you, I don't know. I can't tell if there's something over there on the surface as well. Let me look at the back. Man, I the hollow is pretty clean. I don't know. Maybe under a microscope or like, you know, like close zoom in maybe. But I don't know. An 8 on the surface, that would have, if that was a 9, granted, that would have had to gone up a whole grade. That card would have been a 9. Ooh, see that's why I got the subgrade on these, is because I wanted to see what they got and the reason they got the grade they got. Knowing that was that close to the 9, I don't know. You guys, like I said, I try to zoom in on the spots I saw. If you see any of these cards and think they deserve to get regraded, let me know in the comments below because I may consider that. I'm probably gonna try to look at this card closely again under like really good light because maybe there's just like surface wear that I can't see. I did, like I said, I pointed out and you could see it on the camera. There was that little actual smudge there that I could spot. Logan's taking a close look at it too. Maybe sometimes he can spot out things better than I can too. So it very well could be deserving that 8 for the surface, but it just is disappointing to know how close you were to that 9, you know? So me and Logan will give a closer look, and I'll try to give you guys as close of a look. I know my lighting isn't perfect here, but let me know if there's anything you guys can spot that you think would...
Well, like I said, it's hard on the camera.
What is that though?
What?
I don't know if that was just a glare.
There's just stuff on the case from
the
packaging.
Like that's not on the card. This is just stuff on the case, what you're seeing right there. But let me know if you guys happen to spot anything surface wise. And like I said, there's these little specks on here. That is not the card. That is not the card. But maybe you guys can spot something like that over there. That's not the card. Yeah. But I'm happy with that. I feel like this could potentially, I don't know about that 8. They won't all sit up, so I'm just gonna have to kind of plop him back there. Okay. On to the next. On to the next. I don't know what it is. We will find out. 6.5. Ouch. Ouch. We took a big doinking on that one. Centering is 8.5. Surface is 6.5, which I think I can see that. Out of all the cards, I want to say the surface of this one was not that good. The corners are 6.5 and edges are 7. I have to take a close look at this again. Yeah. No, I see that corner over there is not very good. So I can fully understand that. And this was a card. Yeah, no, I can see it. This one was probably the most damaged card that I had sent in. You can kind of see the corners there aren't that great. I got this from a trade from somebody that gave me these cards in a trade. So this was from their personal collection. So I just thought it would be fun to send these in either way. I'm pretty sure me and Logan guessed higher than this, but after more closely looking at this, I can see where it got the 6.5. And like I said, this is for my personal collection either way. So it's fun to have it in a case. It obviously 6.5 is exactly what you want to see, but it still looks pretty. So okie dokie. So actually, I know what's left. Actually, I know what 3 cards these are going to be, but I don't know what order they're in. An 8.5 for the Raichu first edition holo. Centering got a 9, surface 8.5, corners 8, and edges 8.5. That I will not complain about at all because this card was pulled forever ago. I think this literally was one of the cards I pulled when I was like 8 or 9 or something like that. So for it just sitting around in a binder for that long and getting the 8.5, I'm literally not gonna complain about that. And now we get a beautiful Raichu in this first edition holo in a beautiful case. So yeah, I'm super happy about that. And the centering 9, that's pretty good. See, look at that. This centering got a 9. I don't feel like that's any. What is centering? Yeah, for 8.5. This centering, if anything, looks worse than the Venusaur. Like the top is way more heavy, I would say. So I think that Venusaur deserves, like I said, it wouldn't change the grade on it. But the fact that it would have at least 9s all across, plus the 9.5, would look a little snazzier. But yeah, there we go. So I'm actually really happy with that. There is our clean first edition Raichu. I'm curious. I had another Raichu in here that was non-holo. I'm wondering if this is what this is. We'll find out. It is! And the non-holo also got an 8.5. That is still first edition. This one centering got 8.5, 9 for surface, 9 for corners, and the edges 8.5. So once again, this was also a card that was just sitting around that I pulled like 20 whatever years ago. So for that just sitting in my binder, there's like smudges on the cases, by the way. Just sitting around in a binder for that long, I'm happy with the 8.5. I want to look at it closely though. Just gosh, though, there's a whole bunch of stuff on there from the centering. Okay, this one's definitely worse. Surface. I wonder what they dinged it on the surface though. Corners and edges. I feel like that could have got a 9.5 for the surface, but that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't change the grade. So, okay, this last one, I'm actually really curious what it gets. I know what this is. I don't know if you remember what this is.
Nope. I don't remember what
I'm kind of scared what this one's gonna get, to be honest. I don't think it's gonna get that high of a grade, but we're about to find out. An 8.5! I will take it. I will take that all day long. Dragonite Fossil First Edition Holo. Same as the Raichu's card that I pulled ancient ago, many years ago, when First Edition was actually available to purchase in stores. So let's see what it got. Ooh, centering 9.5. Dang. Surface 8.5. Corners 9. Edges 9. Man, if those two things right there could go up half a point, that would make this a 9. I know the surface. I think the only thing that probably couldn't do that is the surface, because I know this does have some a little wear on it. But 8.5, I'm super happy with that. I'm super happy with that. My first edition Dragonite Holo, very beautiful card, and now it's in a beautiful container as well. I'm happy with that. So the best grade, which honestly is really cool, is the Venusaur from base set. It's not first edition, unfortunately, nor is it shadowless. But it was a card that, actually, this one I pulled more recently, because I remember pulling this, like I bought this pack when, closer to when Logan and I around first met. But either way, those are super good. Obviously, the only one that was a little bit of a bummer was this right here, the Tyranitar EX. Granted, looking at it closely now, I think I gave it a higher prediction than that in my pre to this, which you guys just watched. Probably because I just didn't know. Like I said, this is my first time ever grading cards graded, but I'm I'm thrilled with everything. And I knew the majority of things would probably get around those 8.5 marks. But yeah, let me know if you guys liked this video. I plan to do future graded videos. As I said, I do have 3 cards that are still coming to me, and I plan to send more cards off here soon. So if you like these Guess That Grade, showing these graded cards off, let me know in the comments below if you'd like to continue seeing videos like this. If you enjoyed it, give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And we will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.